Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. And today we are discussing a lovely and lush 39.5mm stainless steel Grand Seiko Automatic SBGR061, a timepiece that features a 1960s evocative case hand-polished using Zalitz machines, what Grand Seiko calls its Zaratsu black polish, and the timepiece is handsome. It's in contrast to the 9S and 44GS case shapes in that it really does recall the early 1960s Grand Seiko models. Grand Seiko, of course, established in 1960, and this model recalls that heritage. The timepiece is easy to wear on my 16cm circumference wrist, 39.5mm. The timepiece is reasonably slim at 13.5 with a sloped case flank. It'll slide underneath the dress cuff. Lug-to-lug, it is nicely compact, only 46.8mm across the wrist. I can recommend this watch for a wrist as small as 13.5cm circumference, and the spacing between the lugs, very vintage evocative, 19mm. Now the timepiece is equipped with a silky smooth and, I must say, remarkably supple factory strap. Like the rest of the watch, it's made in Japan, and the reason I say it's remarkably supple is because it feels, though it's a new strap, as though it's been broken in. But you can see this is a brand new Grand Seiko factory strap. It's just wonderfully buttery and luxurious. Slightly bolstered, you can see a monotone stitch. It's a dark burgundy with a folded edge, calfskin on the underside. This is a vintage evocative Grand Seiko, which is why you can see the vintage Grand Seiko logo blazoned on the buckle portion of the folding clasp. Internally, you can see it's a single fold with twin trigger release, so this one will stay resolutely shut until you depress both triggers. A handsome and thoughtful accessory, a metal strap minder built right in. Attention to detail is strong with this one. It continues on the case flank. I talked about that mirror smooth, optically flawless finish known as Zaratsu at Seiko and Grand Seiko. It's executed by holding the milled surface of the case directly against a tin plate milling device, and the result is the kind of finish you would normally expect on the movements of the ultimate haute de gamme Swiss watches such as Vacheron, Patek, Philippe Dufour. This black polish is rarely executed on something as large as a case, and to see it in this scale is breathtaking. You can see the lugs do have a definite sculptural form all of their own. They're not integrated like they are on the 44GS and the 9S case forms, and that's a good thing because it reinforces the vintage vibe of the watch. You can see there are little slots for your strap tools should you want to go strap swapping. Again, 19mm is the size if you wish to do so. The bezel is minimalist and conical. We'll get close one more time, and you can see that the watch also recalls history with a wonderfully domed box section sapphire that has a little bit of the off-axis distortion you get from vintage plexiglass, as you would have seen on 1960, 1961, 62, 63 Grand Seiko products. The dial is exquisite. It is an off-white cream. It's almost a flan color. It's beautifully off-white. This is a little bit closer to a sort of yellow-brown than true off-white. It looks like something that would be served as a French dessert, and it's whetting my appetite. The dial is equally well adorned with individually hand-finished, faceted and both polished and satin-finished indices as well as hands. You can see the black polished and faceted Dauphine-style hands at center. They are mirrors. The same qualities have been imbued into the indices themselves, which have a wonderful loft and sculptural form. They do rise dramatically above the dial base, as does the aperture for the date. There's a heat-blued, steel, counterweighted Lancet-style seconds hand, beautifully blue-oxidized, Grand Seiko logo, applique, Seiko logo, applique. Of course, this is the pre-2017 dial design with Seiko at 12. On the case back, manufacturer caliber 9S65, automatic winding, 35 joules, adjusted to 6 positions rather than the chronometer standard 5 positions. 3-day power reserve, 72 hours, beating away at 28,800 vibrations per hour, 30 meters water resistant. It features both a stop second or hacking function, so you can stop the seconds, and there is a quick set for the date, so you can rapidly cycle the date should the watch run down or encounter an irregular length month. Although the watch does have formal overtones, it is very much an all-arounder. Though not an aquatic watch, you can easily dress this one down just as easily as you can dress it up. Short sleeves or long, boardroom or boardwalk. That is the SBGR061. See it and make it yours on the Watchbox.